Hey, hello there. Oh, surprisingly, it's like 3 days since according to my YouTube app, YouTube Studio, I did a video 3 days ago. Don't know how I did that or managed that because I lost track of time. To be fair, yes, been slightly work, all kinds of things, and just accumulated. Oh yeah, because I'm surprised I did manage to do a video. How did I do that? Never mind. Because pretty much most of the weekend I spent going in and out of sleep, and I'm just about off bed now. So I do apologise if I'm slightly, a bit doodally-tat, as they say. But I thought I needed to do a video because I don't want to leave people hanging for too long. So, as you know, not sure if you're aware or remember, but King Frostmare, he's got two channels. He's got King Frostmare and Frostmare TV. This is Frostmare TV. We haven't been there for a while. So this is the scariest videos found online 51. Okay, so as always, the link to the channel is in the description below. Go check out, share love, and let's see how spooky this gets. Wow, I need to come up with a catchphrase because most of the good ones have been taken. Oh, hang on a second, Forrest. Where's my indigestion? It's a pain in the butt. Sinuses are playing up, and I've got indigestion. Let's do this.
The unsettling clip has been shared by Sue LCR94, and it appears to feature a creepy looking thing that was positioned behind her husband while he was holding their baby. All of this was documented by their baby monitor, and when Sue realizes what got captured, she decided to share it with her audience.
So my husband's rocking the baby to sleep, and does anyone see this creepy figure on the floor behind them? What is that?
What the frilly fruit?
It looks like there's like legs and arms and a head. What?
Looks like someone sat on the floor, doesn't it, with a leg? Looks like someone sat on the floor with their legs. I think I'm gonna have to do it. I don't know what it is. I swear to Jupiter Maximus that when I got this tripod thing, it actually was at reasonable height. Say, we're gonna have to go down, reduce it down to a handle, okay? But yeah, that looks like someone sat down with their legs out like that, and their hands on each leg. You know, like kids usually do when they sit on the floor, or the way they sit on the floor. Or head looks a bit like that. I don't know.
Let's take a closer look at that sighting. What are we working with here? Well, the first thing that pops to mind is just smudge on the lens. But is it really? Other viewers of hers pointed out that it could also be the spirit of a dog, which of course is also likely, if it is paranormal after all. What do you see in that apparition? Did anything paranormal?
If I pause it there, though, you got the white bit here, then you got the smudge that comes out the bottom there. You know what I mean? You see what I mean? It's like an L shape, like a shoe. Yeah. It looks like someone's with their legs out. You know what I mean? But it could be like, say, a glitch in the thing, smudging on the lens. I don't know if it's smudging on a lens. There's too much lead. There's something pixeled there, in there. I wouldn't say it's a smudge on that. The white bit's a smudge on the lens, but on the lens. But overall, it seems to have like layers to it, doesn't it? So, I don't know.
Or are we looking at something else here?
Hand from above.
The next video was recorded by a family who was traveling at 4 a.m. in the morning. It is suspected that they were on the way home after a family vacation, and while they were passing over a stretch of mountain road, an unexplainable event took place. And of course they could capture it on video. Most of you know that the mind likes to wander if you drive your car at night. You're tired and basically looking forward to arrive home. In that state, we might be prone to attract things from another world. So some people say, at least. Now it is uncertain if the person recording had hoped for anything in particular. But it is after a car had passed by on the left side on the road that something else pops up on screen.
Oh! Oh my god, oh my god. That's just, oh my god. It's like a greeny grey undead baby's hand or something. It's like, oh god. It didn't scare me, just a bit unsettling, you know what I mean? And that little ding that Frostmare put in, it's just like...
Is it a hand that moves downwards towards the car window? It surely looks like it. The family didn't realize that they had captured anything strange that night.
The thing is, you could say it could have been fake. Someone could have done it from the sunroof, but then again, the hand would be, the palm would be facing the window, not the back side of it. You know what I mean? Oh, that's creepy. And also, if they didn't see it at the time.
And maybe it had been a hoax after all.
Could be hoax.
But it makes you wonder what exactly this mysterious thing is.
But then again, if you pass another car, it's just a thought, if you pass another car and you see someone's kid or person stand up in the sunroof, you know what I mean? They'll get honked at, surely, innit? Because it's like, it's not exactly a safe thing to do if they're travelling at that velocity, is it? So,
this next video was uploaded by user J Breezy. And the description reads, I started getting cold when it hovered over my head, and I saw it by the door, and I freaked out after that. Alright, no idea. Apparently this man is a security guard. Let's take a look.
Fucker decided to show itself again.
hey, there's our good old Frostmare at the bottom. Hello, Frostmare.
See it?
Okay, so it's not the first time this happened.
See it? It's faint though. I looked at it like, okay. I'm like, okay. So I hesitated, so I just do something because I didn't know what to do. You know. But that time it came from over my head though, for some reason. I don't know. But I was like, you know what?
I did not see that. Did you guys
see, I'm over there just talking now, like, why is it always
I didn't see it.
me and stuff? Motherfucker decided to show itself again.
Look, yeah, we can see it. Coming from here, look. It's coming through here.
See it?
It's interesting, and then it's hovering through, and we can...
Oh, yeah.
I looked at it like, okay.
So it appears that this man...
It's like you don't see it till it gets over that mat. It's like a white mist.
saw it with his own eyes at the time, but that is certainly curious. What is that?
Yes, what is that?
Now, I don't think it's something on the lens, really, because he would not tell us about it, you know, and he would not say it happened again, so he must have. Did this man...
Plus, you wouldn't, if it's on the lens, it's on the actual object, you wouldn't be able to see it pass by you, would you? So,
and come across an actual spirit here? Based on his reactions, I think it could be very likely that they have a ghost roaming this house, or this entry, this complex.
ooh, a witch.
Now let's take a look at another investigation from Dark Ghost Paranormal, aka
Oh, look at that skull. Look at that.
Dennis. In this episode, he's visiting a house reportedly owned by a witch. Apparently, this town dates back to the 1830s and was home to many who practice various sorts of witchcraft.
That's not that old. 1830s, technically on the grand calculus of the earth.
There are rumors that around that time, anyone who tried to spy on the witches succumbed to terrible fates. Some passing out and waking up very far away.
I want that in my living room. My mum won't like it, but that'd be epic. Conversation piece at a party. I found it on a cornfield. A cornfield! That was put on top of a graveyard.
Others losing large chunks of their memory. In the 1920s, the entire village was destroyed and the witches chased away by a large group of religious people. Eventually, the town was rebuilt. Of course, the witches were gone by that time, and it was mostly a regular place, despite the strange history. Dennis will...
In other words, a bunch of innocent women who didn't agree with the establishment got accused of being witches, or it could be men as well. Men, there were men witches. So, yes. Because when we often hear about witches, we, especially the way they bang on about it in paranormal programs, witches weren't witches the way we see them in films. It's like real witches per se, as you all know. I'm sure you don't need reminding of a Wicca from the 1970s movement. But previously to that, I mean, yeah, you had some herbalists, people who work with herbs, and I don't mean, well, I suppose that including the ones who smoke. But you know, they work with medicines, traditional medicines like you'd find in the garden, etc. Like druids didn't actually exist, but you could say the actual equivalent of what that would be. Back then, they would use herbs. Well, yeah, I mean, well, actually, that goes without saying, really. It is funny when they go in these history programs and go, oh, back then they used herbs. Well, yeah, because they didn't have big pharmaceuticals back then, did they? All these things came from somewhere. A lot of our modern-day medications came from plants, except we just don't go out and pick them anymore. We just mass-produce them. But, yeah, a lot of them use the traditional things. And people went, oh, that person over there is doing up to witchy stuff. And, yeah, I mean, it's all nonsense back then. It's just innocent people getting accused of shit.
Be spending the night in the last remaining house from this town. It is said this house has a lot of paranormal and spiritual activity, and many believe the spirits of the witches still remain. Let's take a look what he captured that night.
Nice house. Very rustic. A very rustic looking house. Some of it could be done refurbished, but it looks quite nice and cosy. Bloody hell, that finger nearly made me jump. That's what she said. Don't see Ink standing there. What's he on about? What gets me, though, is I know they're abandoned, or allegedly abandoned. I say allegedly within reason because, to be fair, let's just think outside of the box a second. Someone must still use this house because none of that cloth, a lot of these surfaces, including some of these cloths and the hanging rags, they're not dirty or dusty. So someone must be in the process of redoing it up or living there, you know what I mean? Because it doesn't matter if you're in the middle of Siberia, Timbuktu, Canada, there's going to be still dust gathering there and cobwebs and shit. Ooh. I wonder if they bought that cabinet from IKEA.
Things started off relatively slowly in the night, that is, until something seems
That's
to
what she
anger
said.
a spirit, causing a dresser and many pots to go flying across the room. Things only escalate from here. Suddenly, many orbs can be seen on camera. Although none had been seen the entire time Dennis was...
I'm sorry to bust. I'm sorry to be the party pooper here, but that is not orbs. That is a shit ton of dust, which I'm not surprised you would pick up when all that stuff. Sorry, try and not swear too much. Has fallen over, disturbs the ground or the atmosphere, and that's dust. That's dust.
there.
That's dust. I mean, you could tell
A
that's
few
dust.
moments later, Dennis catches something truly terrifying in the bedroom.
That's what she said.
You could almost miss it if you didn't know what to look for. Something is standing or floating above the bed with a sheet over top.
Where? Am I missing something? I'm not seeing it.
Whatever or whoever it must be was quite tall, as their head is nearly hitting the ceiling.
Oh, the sheet. That white sheet. Oh, right. I thought it was just hanging off the wall. Oh, I see. That was on the bed. Oh, my. Oh, interesting. Looks like it's just a bit of paper. Not paper. A sheet hanging off the wall. I don't know. It just didn't look suspect enough. Ooh. See, why is it not suddenly dropping as well?
This encounter ends ambiguously, as Dennis keeps filming the unmoving entity, as he grabs his camera and makes his way out of the house. The video ends with the camera still fixed on the large creature on the bed. Certainly a really frightening capture.
If that dropped,
His
that'd be more
viewers
freaky.
are already hoping that Dennis will return soon to conduct another investigation. Really entertaining.
Spirit of my dog.
Stephanie1228 has shared the following TikTok. In the clip, we learn that her beloved Rottweiler unfortunately had passed away 3 months ago. Losing your pet is always a very sad experience for the owners. But in this case, Stephanie believes that the spirit of her dog still visits her once in a while. And her CCTV...
Mine doesn't. Mine's probably off having fun somewhere. Well, not that I know of. Again, it's all very good thinking these comforting thoughts, but I've got EMF, I've got all the gadgets, I've got all the apps, and I haven't heard from my dad. Or I haven't heard of a spirit say, oh, there's a dog here. You know what I mean? There's nothing, no indication so far. And it could be that they are off having fun, but you'd think that they'd pop in once in a while to let the family know that everything's all right. You know what I mean? Because, you know, stereotypically and cliche-like, you know what I mean? But no, I haven't heard a jot.
camera apparently could capture him romping around on her property. See it? Could this be legit? If it isn't a bug on the lens or another weird anomaly, maybe her dog spirit is reliving some nice memories from the past.
Yeah, but it's running off that way. It's not going in a circle like we saw on the thing. I'm probably being picky. Or they're saying that. They say, according to somebody, if there's a, what do you call it? It's like a field that pets go to, and that's where you meet them, sort of thing. And it's like, well, obviously if they, I don't know, it depends who they like out, well, not like out of the family most, it's an alpha male thing, because even dogs are domesticated, they still have wolf in them, so there's still a pecking order. So it depends who was the alpha in the family. So it might be with them, but apparently there's a place like a field where if it's you that they're waiting for, they so they could be having things. They wouldn't need to come back to Earth to relive those memories. They're too busy. It's like the Ibiza for dogs, you know what I mean? They're too busy having fun in this place where it's all sunny, tall grass and lots of other dogs. And you know what that's going to do? Lots of other dogs there. It's interesting, and if it brings them comfort, if you have these things on your camera and or you've had experiences, I don't want to take away that comfort away from you. But I'm just saying, it's all nice. It's all nice to think this, but as someone, I have to look at this from a. When I say skeptic, I'm not saying I'm skeptic, because I've done my own ghost investigation at Knowlton Church, and it's made me go, oh, you know what I mean? But I have to look at it objectively, So it's all very good thinking, nice, pleasant thoughts. But, but I said I'm not taking that away from you. If that's what, if that gives you comfort, that's fair enough. I'm not taking that away. But, you know what I mean? It's just a lot of things, I think, it's, I'm just saying from objective. I'm not trying to piss on your fireworks or, you know what I mean?
This man decided to record his new dog while he was off for the night to make sure that Doggy didn't mess up his apartment. Then at a later point, the dog seems to get scared a little bit, as if there is somebody with him in the room that he doesn't like or know. Then the camera falls over, and we can see something really weird that looks like a person, but not really.
Does seem freaked out, doesn't he?
Is it an intruder or something paranormal?
I wonder if it's an intruder and it's scared, it will run away from it. Especially if the intruder's larger. Fuck's sake, Frostmare. That doesn't unsettle me. It's that sound he's put over it. It's like a... Thanks, Frostmare. At home.
And now we will look at a video submission from user Full Caregiver.
Although, just to be clear, I'm not going to deny it flat out. I'm just saying I'm experiencing it. But I think I'm at the same time not trying to poke the universe with a stick, because believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, just say for example that ghosts don't exist, right? It sounds weird, but if you poke the universe with a stick, it'll manifest stuff just to say, be careful what you wish for. You know what I mean? In my life experience, it's kind of like, oh, I've seen things on TV. Goes, oh, it's a good job that'll never happen to me, sort of thing. Like, for example, being... You know what I mean? Like mugging and stuff like that, and I got mugged when I was 21. Could be coincidence, but you know what I mean? There's certain things in my life where I've learned not to poke the universe. Anyway.
He says, my daughter might be seeing things, but it is still concerning. Thinks she saw a ghost. No, right?
See what I mean? As I'm talking to you, poking the universe, I'm hearing stuff.
Alright, so this is a CCTV cam. What?
Fuck me. Oh. So I've got to turn it down. That is fucking... Oh. I mean, that could be someone pissed about at home, but that's fucking unsettling noise.
It was the little girl. I got a heart attack.
Fuck me. See, even if, like I say, even if things don't exist or not, that will always... All I can say, there's a lot of noise I hear. It could be the neighbours, but if all I can say, if it is my neighbours, I wish they'd stop fucking moving about. Especially late at night when people try to get to sleep. But anyway, that always puts a shits in you, doesn't it? Kids screaming, or that make you like, you know, especially if you're a parent, you'll be like, what the fuck is that? You know, excuse my language, but I mean, oh my god, that's so unset. Oh god, it's never pleasant to hear kids scream like that.
Okay, let's watch that again.
No, don't watch it again.
Wow. Ooh, I really thought she was the ghost. Oh god, is it creepy. What's that? Oh, it's a shadow?
At least turn the volume down. For fuck, I don't know. I feel a bit vulnerable. My spite. That's the thing you see as well. When kids scream and panic, all your Peter Parker. It's like spider sense, like Peter Parker spider sense. You know, you get chicken everywhere. You like your ninja senses turn on.
And then Daddy in the underwear.
Yeah.
Is there something else here? I mean, this is certainly...
Yeah, no, that's the kid. That blur is the kid.
I mean, is that not a terrifying sight, even though we know it's the little girl of the family? But then here, check here.
I mean, she's so scared. She's literally tapping into the Speed Force. I mean, it's gone so blur. Mind you, potato.
It's shadows, right?
Potato quality.
The shadows from her parents, I suppose.
That, well, I'm not sure if they're calling it on there, but I think it's like something scared her in the bedroom. But yeah, it's potato quality as well.
Well, whatever the answer, I mean, it is always creepy when a child says they saw something and then they're running and the whole house basically goes on alert. So
Yeah.
if we have the paranormal incident actually happening...
That sums it up, you go on alert. It's like, it's not even my house. There's an old video, and it's not even my child, not in the same house, but the kid's screaming, and my caveman, that's the part of it, your animal, your fight or fright instinct. It's like, what? You know, your cave's been under attack.
On screen in this one, but I got spooked pretty bad, even though not by the reason that the video was intended.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The following clip was shared by the profile of The Unanswered Universe. It is said in the description.
This is why, not being horrible, but it always gets on my tits. In situations like that sounds a bit cruel, but if it's like, if you got zombies and you need to be quiet, otherwise if they hear you die, whether it's a man, woman, or child screaming like a nutcase because they're in sheer terror, I will. If I had a tranquilizer gun, I'd shoot with a tranquilizer gun because screaming like that would get everyone killed. That's all I'm going to say there. You know what I mean? But yeah. Because what was it? I was watching some classic horror films, and that always it just grinded me. I was watching these films, and like, I was like, yeah, you see some like the Hollywood screaming like ah, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, you know what I mean? Because it's like seriously. In real life, if you screamed when shit was going down, that's it. Especially if you're hiding from something, that's it. You've just given your position away. You've killed everyone. You've doomed everyone. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'd shoot everyone. I'd shoot anyone who was like starting to panic. That's it. I'd shoot them with a tranquilizer gun. It's like, I'm sorry, but you're gonna get us all killed. I know it's not relative to the situation, but you know what I mean? It's just that unsettling thing about screaming. You know what I mean? And there's some occasions where it just doesn't help.
The following clip was shared by the profile of The Unanswered Universe. It is said in the description that the following event unfolded as part of a creepy video diary, and the story goes that the men filming that night might have captured a terrifying shadow being manifesting right in front of him. Shortly after moving in, the men started to have really unsettling nightmares, and his partner told him that he had even started sleepwalking. How eerie. It didn't take long until the activity got even stronger and more spooky. Shadows started to show themselves ever so often in the men's home, and even poltergeist activity was witnessed every other evening. The uploader even claims that the men recording started to hear voices when nobody else was home. Then, one night, he could capture the following right in front of his home.
I actually thought that was reflective glass, and I realised it was outside. Is that outside or is that window? No, that's outside.
It would appear that this shadow thing is manifesting out of thin air. It then twists and moves in a really awkward fashion. That's why many believe this thing to not be human. Maybe not even a ghost. Might the man have been contacted by demonic entities?
Demons are not real, so it's not demonic. It's probably a weird extraterrestrial thing, but yeah, not demons. If you want to know why I say not demons, check out my other videos on demons.
Pretty nightmarish to think about that, isn't it?
It's got a long neck.
I guess we will never know for sure. A girl from China was on a trip around the world and recorded a lot of videos for her travel diary. This particular night, she was talking about a Japanese temple that she had visited a couple of days earlier. Ever since she left the temple, she said that a strange magnetic static was present within the vicinity of her and a friend who was coming along on the trip. But nothing spooky happened so far, so she was not really concerned. This was when something eerie started to take place in the background of her hotel room. Laughing it off at first, perhaps she ignored the ghostly activity. The poltergeist, or whatever it was, seemed to have wanted her attention pretty bad.
Well, they say you gotta be careful around These old Japanese temples, you've got to respect them and things like that, so you've got to be careful around them.
Now you tell me, is this a poltergeist that is haunting her in her apartment? Or is this whole thing rigged? The next video was uploaded by user Snyder Flores 2. He was out one night with his daughter, outside the village close to a town in Ecuador. They were on their way back home and passing through...
Actually, I know it sounds horrible, but I had a funny thought. If someone came screaming through a house, to be fair, I think my first thing would be judo chop. But not to the attacking thing, you know what I mean? I've got, just out of instinct, like, some, because it feels like, because you know what's happening, someone's running through a house screaming at you, even though it's not you, it's about something. I might accidentally, I was just thinking, I might, by accident, like, it's comedies where it goes wrong, like, judo chop, oh shit, sorry, what's happening?
A rural park, and nothing seemed to be out of the ordinary at first. However, after a few seconds, this changed. The father of the little girl noticed something behind her.
Y por ahí viene la mujer más hermosa de todo este planeta. Enojada y enojada. Oh, May. Algo se corrió detrás de ti. Devuélvete para atrás a ver qué es lo que fue.
I know he's surprised, but to be fair, would you tell your kid that? It's like, because you know what kids like when they're scared. They're hard to get into bed. You know what I mean? They're hard to get sleep. Otherwise, they have nightmares or all kinds of stuff. One, because I've been told, and we used to be kids as well, and it never went down well when people used to tell us stories because it'll plant seeds in the head. So wouldn't you just go, oh, just play it off, wouldn't you? Would you retell them? Because they might have nightmares and shit.
Yo te sigo. Por aquí se movió algo. Por aquí, por este árbol. Mueve las ramas. No hay nada, ¿no? Por aquí se movió, pero... Bien, vamos a buscarlo más acá. Por aquí.
It was a weird encounter indeed. Take a close look, as there seems to be a little kid behind his daughter in the bushes. It runs towards the right and is not seen or heard of after ever again.
Just making out its feet.
Strange. Was the kid maybe waiting behind the pole here?
I don't know, to be fair. Yeah, but it doesn't need to hide behind the pole, because to be fair, unless of course he's looking like that while holding the camera at her. But if you're talking to her, looking at the camera going, oh, wait a minute, the kid. But then again, where's that kid come from? Because I'm thinking the kid could easily go boom, boom, and then go back round there because he's got enough time to walk away because he's looking towards his daughter. But then again, where does the kid come from? In correlation to the bush, and of course he's already pre-hid by the bush. I don't know. It's weird.
Creating the strange
I'm probably right somewhere in my explanation, but I don't know. It's weird.
effect. What's also odd is the swing at the end of the video. Look at it. Something must have used it just moments before. Was it maybe a paranormal incident? Other viewers suspect that the shadow person in the background might have something to do with it even.
Yes. Yeah, I was just thinking there's a shadow thing there. But whatever that shadow is, it's walking that way, the opposite way.
Can we confirm that? Of course not. But who knows? Maybe there was something mysterious going on. How creepy. The next really...
So, yeah. Wow, some of those are really good. Shadow ones are really weird. The kids screaming, it's like, oh my god, that's always unsettling. But like I said, I had a funny thought that, you know, if you're sat there reading a newspaper or, you know, watch TV, someone's like, ah, you go, judo chop. Oh, sorry, oh shit. Oh, sorry, what's the matter? What's the matter? You know what I mean? Just like, you know, it's like Kato charging out, you know, out of nowhere to attack you. You know what I mean? Such a meanie. But, you know what I mean? But no, if someone came screaming or making noise from the house, that's it. You know, defense is up. Oh, sorry, my bad. You know what I mean? I'm just evil. But no, just knee-jerk reaction. And someone's ah. But yeah, anyway, so that was good. So, better go to bed now. I'm feeling tired. But anyway, if you liked the video, then hit the like. Also, let me know in the comments below which bit unsettled you the most. And yeah, I mean, it don't if it's not even a paranormal video. Children screaming in terror is unsettling. So yeah, and yeah, so let me know about the clips in the comments below, which you thought were weird, which was, you know, what's your explanation, and which ones unsettled you a bit. So yeah. But anyway, apart from that, if you made it this far, then please hit the like or hit the subscribe. It's just one click for you, but it means the world to me. And plus, if you do subscribe, it'd be just great to have you here, because I like to have awesome people here with us. You know, with the other subscribers. You know, if you made it this far, I can just tell that you're awesome. You know what I mean? You've actually took some time out of your day to watch this video, regardless of the outcome. So, anyway, you know what I mean? I'm waffling now. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, and I shall see you next video. What day is it? It's Wednesday. So yes, if I don't see you by the end of the week, take care, bye bye, and have a good one.